like a town of anything except for Rosamond Community Service District, and I just get lost in this information I'm given. When will this stuff hit my tax bill, my property tax bill? When will I first see that happen? The letter we got from you said it was going to be going on our tax bill.
October, I believe.
About the closest you can do that is 2016.
It all depends on what issue are you referring to, and if it's a sewer, it will go on to the tax bill beginning July 1, but your first payment will be due in the November
On what year?
This year.
Can't happen. Not on the ballot. You have, according to Proposition 13, you have to have it voted on.
That's right.
Which issue?
Pardon?
Which issue are you speaking of?
Which issue?
Lighting or sewer?
The water. I mean, the lighting.
The lighting.
In any issue, you would have tried, anything that tries to be put on my property tax has to be voted on.
The lighting issue that you're speaking of right now, today's the final day to turn in ballots for the vote that you're speaking of. And that's what we'll be talking about in the action.
I don't know if that's the proper ballot. It just talks about voting times like November. In Proposition 13, it doesn't talk about local ballot.
My concern is the sewage going on my property tax. And I understand what you said. Proposition 218 is for any new fees. That's what you're going to be voting on. But you're saying that inasmuch as you're not increasing, tell me if I'm saying it right, inasmuch as you're not increasing it, you have the choice to place it wherever you want to.
No, not increasing it. We're not creating a new fee.
That's right.
It's an existing fee.
That's going on my property tax.
Yes, ma'am.
Did we have a choice, or is that something the pilot you make the decision?
That was a decision of this board made.
We can't hear you, Byron. You need to stand
It was
up.
a decision that this board made.
The board made the decision.
It wasn't all fine.
So I've been up here for a very long time. And to me, I'm speaking for me, it was an ideal place to be. It was affordable even after retirement. But with all of the changes in everything that is taking place, and I understand what you are saying, Rick, but the whole part of it is, we're seniors now. We are seniors. And I understand that every time you have a board meeting, you receive a fee for each board meeting. So you can have however how many board meetings you want.
You're allowed 6.
You're allowed 6. And 6 times how much money? 100 and what?
147.
Huh?
147. That's
6 times 147, that's what each person. So 6 times 4 is 24, 6, that's 800, almost $900 a month. That's in addition to. So you can call. If I was on the board, I do sit on a board. But the board that I sit on, we do not get paid. But I just think that it's awful unfair for the people of Rosamond. You're making it unaffordable. In my neighborhood, people that have wonderful yards. I spoke to this lady on Owens Way. I said, your yard was beautiful. What happened? She said, I can't afford the water anymore. So, and she's a senior, so what can we actually do? What can we do as a community in order to keep our cost of living within range? Because I hear people saying that they're going to move. But I say move where? Somebody say Mojave, because their sewage rate is only $12 and something. So what can we do?
Another bird song, and I live in the Skatepark area. Anyway, my concern is also the sewage bill. because I talked to the assessor's office just a few weeks ago, and they're not only saying that, they're also saying that because of the value of our property going up, our tax will also increase this coming year. So look out, you guys, you're gonna get an increase in your property tax as well, on top of the sewage bill. So I'm with everybody else on that. It's just making it unaffordable to live here in Rosamond City, especially seniors. And I am a senior right now, and I'm a single household. And it's really difficult, and it's really upsetting. Thank you.
Local resident since 1972. In 71, we had come up a year earlier. I go to Georgia for 3 weeks and I come back and you guys throw something on my property tax. So I get my sewer bill on my property tax, and I get it, You throw it on the property owner, it's definitely going to get you the money in your account. And then if you got the guy that doesn't have a water bill, then you're not getting that revenue. So I get it. So you slam it on the property owner. The problem with slamming it on the property owner is a lot of these guys have mortgages. So what's the mortgage company going to do next year? When you guys added $500 to their property tax and their escrow account doesn't fund it, they're going to see more than a $500 raise on their property tax. Because they're going to guess that, oh, you didn't pay enough this year, so we think you're going to have to pay $700, $800 next year. And if you pay too much, we'll cut you a check back.
Right.
So they're going to get a check back the next year. Okay, so that's when they're saying they can't afford it. They can't afford it. So, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to stick me with a light bill on my property tax. So now not only do I got a sewer bill this year, I got a light bill this year. So now that's going to raise it even more. So now all these guys that are seeing a $500 raise are going to see an $800 raise because you done dinged them in July on the sewer and July on the light bill. But I know, we talked about this last year, $48 the first year, $22 the next. And I told you, once you get in my pocket, you don't get out. So, and we talked about it last year because I went through some of the people that are already in lighting and landscaping districts, and all I could find was everybody's going up every year. And Steve did point out that a couple of them had gone down, although I didn't find those districts. And I thought I'd bring that. But, so once I paid the $44 the first year, I fully anticipate that I'll pay that money every year until we readdress the fact that we don't have enough money to pay the light bill. And then we'll have another vote so that we can raise the light bill once again. So when they talk about unsustainable and affordable, like I said, the on your property tax is definitely going to cost them on their mortgages, because I'm fortunate I don't have a mortgage. But now I've got to bear the burden of the extra $480 when I have to pay my full thing. But those with mortgages are going to feel a bigger pinch than what you're imposing on them with that increase. And with that, that's all I have. Thanks for your attention.
We'll be getting direction from the board on official vote, and so we could proceed. But the proposed location of the skate park will be on the corner lot next to the office here. There's a catch basin immediately adjacent to the office, and there's a secondary catch basin on the corner lot on the north end. And it's in that catch basin that we are looking to locate the skate park. And here it's shown the proposed location on the north end of the corner lot. In relationship to the previous skate park location, the new proposed location in relation to that is just under 1 mile away from the temporary location. Everything that we'll be talking about tonight is a conceptual plan, as the board has not agreed yet to the concept or the location. And everyone knows the skate park is an expensive endeavor. The previous skate park was partially funded by the community, but there's still approximately a $30,000 outstanding
bill that's owed to the RCSD Parks and Rec budget. We need to move on this item quickly and can't drag our feet. And this concept was obtained to facilitate potential funding. As you all know, if we're going to go out to try to get funding for the skate park, we need to have an idea of what we're going to build and the cost of that, and have a budget applied. So that's where we're at this point. So our next steps are to receive authorization from the board of directors to proceed with contacting potential funders of the skate park, develop a budget to build the skate park, request of the RCSD Foundation to facilitate the accounting of all the funds collected. Many of the corporate contributors like to get a tax break, and through the foundation, the 501c3, they're able to write off their donations to this effort, as well as private individuals. And take this concept in the budget on the road to request funding assistance.